nice good morning to you in the AACA, and this is Clincheck Theater Thursday. I am your host, Dr. David Gallup. Today I want to draw your attention to one very important nuance of lower anterior movement. Whenever you see a lateral incisor sort of angulated like this, you have to understand that in order to rotate it, you're going to need a bit of extrusion. Now, it's sort of like extrusion on an angle. You see that the root comes all the way this way, and we're going to kind of be extruding that tooth sort of on an angle. That looks really nice. That will work. It's still a hard movement. You're doing root torque with a clear aligner. That's hard, but that G4 optimized extrusion attachment really helps you do that. So whenever I see a tooth, usually it's these laterals that have kind of this flayed spot to it where I know the root's coming like this and I got to twist it and swing the root to accomplish that root torque. Since there's a bit of extrusion to kind of slide it, it's a distal root torque. If we're going to be technical, a distal root torque is happening here. In order for that distal root torque to happen, you need that G4 attachment. Now here's the rub. The G4 attachment can only be placed if there's extrusion on that tooth. So if you look at the lower left too, it has 0.6 millimeters of extrusion, and you can do that extrusion movement. But you can see the lower right too has that extrusion as well, but yet it doesn't have that attachment. Now, why it doesn't have it, that's a whole different story of why it didn't have it, but it doesn't have it. So what we want to do is we want to say, hey, please make sure that we have that optimized extrusion attachment on that tooth as well, so that it performs the way it's supposed to be. If you see these flayed teeth and you see that there's extrusion of it, 0.5 here, 0.6 there, then you want to make sure. If there's no extrusion on those teeth, but they still have that flayed appearance, you maybe want to ask them to extrude it about 0.1 millimeters so that it can trigger that attachment. This attachment can only happen if there's extrusion. So make sure that you see that there is some extrusion to make it happen. And if there's no extrusion in the program, ask for a bit of extrusion, 0.1 millimeters. That way you could trigger it. That attachment is critical for that distal root torque. Thanks very much and have a great day.